Namaste. Welcome to this yoga class brought to you by Purple. My name is Ivory. I'm a yoga teacher in Los Angeles, California. And today we're gonna do a practice that will be an antidote to tech neck. So if you're like me, you're at home a lot more than you've ever been, and you're on your computer and perhaps your cell phone much more than you've ever been, and probably in a position that looks like this, or even like this. I'll show you from the side. And you can see it's not so great for neck, shoulders, upper back. So everything that we're gonna do in this practice will be to send some extra blood flow to this space, to relax this space, to add some ease to this space of the neck, shoulders, upper back. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. You will need two props. Prop number one, a strap. I have a proper yoga strap. If you don't have one of these, please don't worry, grab a belt from your closet. You can even take like the belt from your robe. Sometimes that works really well because it's a little less rigid, okay? And then you'll just put that belt somewhere off to the top of the mat. So it's on the ready, but it's not in your way. And then the second thing you're gonna need is a cushion, because we're gonna end this practice with a really sweet meditation. So I've got my Purple seat cushion that feels really good and really soft, yet firm, but whatever you have, okay? If you've got a block, if you've got a pillow, it doesn't have to be a proper meditation cushion, okay? And then you can put that off to the side as well. We won't need that until the very end of the practice, okay? So let's do this. All right, so you're gonna come onto your back, all the way flat onto the floor. If you've got a ponytail, you want to move it out of the way so you can feel the back of your skull, the back of your shoulder blades, and the back of your pelvis on the floor, okay? The soles of the feet are also going to be on the floor, knees just pointing straight up to the sky. And to start, what we're going to do is just feel our spine laying flat. Like I said, we've probably been rounded over some device. So you just want to flatten your spine and find the natural curves in your back. So we'll stay here for just a couple moments. Again, back of the pelvis is heavy, shoulder blades are heavy. Check in with this curve at your neck, okay? You wanna make sure that your chin is pointing straight up to the sky, to your ceiling. So the chin isn't too far up where the throat is way open. Also, the chin isn't tucked down so that if you were to talk, you sound like this. You want the chin to be pointing straight up, the nose, the eyes, the vision going straight up. And you can even slide your hand under the curve of your neck and feel the curve of your neck. Right. And there's also another curve at your low back. So if you slide your hands underneath, you should be able to reach all the way under without the hands touching. And you guys, these natural curves are really important because this is the architecture of your body. And like I said, when we get into these positions that maybe feel comfortable, but are taking us out of that natural architecture, then it can cause some problems. Okay, so just feeling into that natural architecture. Let's place the two hands on the belly. Let out a long exhale. Just kind of letting the day go on that exhale. And then take a deep breath in, right into the hands at your belly. And then open the mouth, again, letting go of the day as you exhale. We'll do that 2 more times. Great big inhale. Complete exhale. 1 more. Biggest breath you've taken all day. Inhale for 3, for 2, for 1. Open mouth, exhale. Nice. Good. So that should have just settled you in a little more. From here, we're going to take a very gentle massage of your skull and your sacrum, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to take a diamond shape, pointer fingers and thumbs together. And you'll take that diamond shape and place it right under your belly button. So my pointer fingers are directly at my pubic bone, and then my thumbs are right underneath my belly button. Okay, and then imagine that this triangle that you've created here is a triangular shaped pool table, okay? And right at the center of that pool table is a black 8-ball, right at the center. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this 8-ball to the pointer fingers and to the thumbs, alternately moving, okay? So how are we gonna do that? I want you to arch your back. And as you arch your back, your pubic bone moves down, and so does that 8-ball moving down to the pointer fingers. And then do the opposite. Tuck your tailbone, your low back flattens, that curve we found earlier flattens, and now your 8-ball moves to the thumbs. And then do that again, arch. This is called an anterior tilt of your pelvis, 8-ball to the pointer fingers. And then posterior tilt of the pelvis, 8-ball goes to your thumbs. And just keep going like that, really slowly and gently, concentrating on just the movement of the pelvis. But what you'll find is that as the pelvis moves, so does the skull. And it's almost this really nice massage for the back of your skull. I feel my skull lengthening in this anterior arch position. And then I feel my chin kind of coming to my chest as I tuck and curl. So let's do 3 to 5 more rounds of that. And this should feel good. It's not a big movement, you guys. And it's definitely not a difficult movement. It's actually kind of mild. Let it be an exploration. Don't worry, am I doing it right? You're doing it right. Take one more. And then I want you to come to neutral. So not tuck, not arch. That 8-ball goes right at the center between the pointer fingers and the thumbs. Adjust the head if you need to make sure the chin is moving straight up. Good. And then you release your hands and just move them out to the side. You create like a letter T with your arms. Open your feet a little wider so they're as wide as your mat. And then from here, we're gonna windshield wiper the legs. So let the knees windshield wiper over to the left and then let them go to the right. Okay, so another massage for this low back, massaging the back of the pelvis. Imagine that your windshield wipers are on a day where there's a slow rainfall and they're just going easy from side to side. And then we're gonna pause with both knees going to the left and just stay there, a couple extra breaths, and let your gaze go to the right. So you're gazing away. If this is enough, you're gonna stay here. For those of you who want a little more, you can take your left ankle, cross it to the top of your right thigh, and use that ankle and the weight of your left leg to pull your right femur bone out of your hip socket. And it's like you're tractioning this whole right side of the body. We'll stay here for an extra breath. Inhale fully. Exhale completely. Release if you do have that ankle on top. And then let's come up and over to the other side. Knees go to the right, and now your gaze will go to the left. So for some of you, this will be plenty and this will feel good. Those of you who do want a little more, you could take that ankle to the top, right? There shouldn't be any pain in your low back. If anything, you're just feeling some length. We'll stay here, an extra breath. Sometimes a twist at the end of the day can be really nice in getting some kinks out. Some of you might even get some snap, crackle pops, which I hope you do. Come back to the center. Good. And then both feet will go flat onto the floor. Bring your feet so that they're more hip width distance and the knees point straight up to the sky. And then from here, hands can go anywhere. They can come onto the body. They can lay alongside the body. But I want us to now work the muscles of the neck. So you have these muscles on the front of your neck, which when we're seated in front of our computers or our smartphones, that space is arched, right? Because we're usually, I'm just going to sit up to show you, but stay on your back so you don't move. But when you're seated, you're usually like this on your computer or on your phone. Right, and these muscles are being stretched and these muscles are being contracted. So what we're gonna do today is try to strengthen some of these muscles, which is a really great antidote to the tech neck, okay? So from here, you guys, you're just gonna tuck your chin to your chest.
right? As if like you had a piece of paper between your chin and your chest and you didn't want to let it go and you're trying to hold it. And if you are doing it right, you would sound like this, kind of silly, okay? So just tuck, and you're gonna feel those muscles engaged. Keep that tuck and just lift your head off of the mat just a little. Your shoulders stay on, the very base of your neck stays on. It's just your skull lifting off, okay? You're still tucking and you can feel those muscles working. And then go ahead, lower it down slow. So we're gonna do that a couple times. Tuck the chin to the chest first, and then lift the skull off. Hold it a beat. And then slowly lower down and untuck the chin. Let's do 3 more. Lift up. Try to lift the head up a little higher without the shoulders coming up. And then lower down. 2 more. Tuck chin, lift skull, stay. Drop skull, untuck chin. 1 more. Tuck chin, lift skull, pause. Now from here, I want you to take your head over towards, looking towards your left leg. So you're kind of twisting, you're kind of turning your head, right? It's still lifted off the mat. And then turn your head to see your right thigh. And then turn your head to see your left. So now we're moving our head while we're still engaging these neck muscles. You might feel that they're a little tired, right? And you'll know right away if they're weak. Come back to the center and then drop skull and untuck chin. Now we're gonna make a full circle, both clockwise and counterclockwise, okay? I'll talk you through it. Lift your head up, tuck chin, lift. Good, look to the left, and then look to the right. And then you're gonna let your head come so it's just hovering off the mat, and then you'll go look to the left, through the center to the right. Lower your head, don't lower it all the way down, it just hovers. Take 1 more circle in this direction. And then let's reverse and go in the other direction for 3. Oh, I can really feel my neck muscles working here for 2. If it's too much, yeah, you can just do 1 round of each. Last one. We'll meet back in the center, pause, and then just stay for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower your head, untuck your chin, and then open and close your jaw a couple times. Sometimes when we're working those muscles in our neck, there will be accessory muscles that we'll try to work too, okay? And a lot of times that can happen there in the jaw. Good. All right, so from here, we're gonna roll onto our bellies. So roll right or left, whatever makes sense. And you're gonna come right onto your belly. And we'll come into what we call the Sphinx pose, okay? So my forearms are flat onto the mat, and it almost looks like my forearms are train tracks. And then you'll press your forearms down and press them down so much that you lift your chest up. And then pull your hands back slightly and feel your heart moving forward. So again, this is an antidote to where we've been all day in front of our computers, at our desks, maybe on our couches, yeah, or seated. So we're just extending the chest forward, finding curves in the back, and just trying to offer up, cultivate the opposite of where we've been all day. We'll take 3 more breaths here. And this is a really wonderful position just to do. Like, let's say you've been at your desk for 2 hours, you haven't taken a break, get on the floor. Yeah, find a space, just lay down, come into the Sphinx pose, take somewhere between 5 to 10 breaths, and then go back to your seat. This is one of those tools that you can take home and put in your toolbox. You don't need me to do Sphinx pose. It's always available for you. We'll take 1 more deep breath in, widen the collarbones as you lift up. And then exhale, lower onto your bellies. Before you do, stack your 2 palms, and then you'll place your forehead on whichever palm is on top. Okay, and then pause here. Just activate your legs, reach your right foot a little further back, left foot, bring the feet together, almost like you've got 1 leg instead of 2. And then if you're looking at me, just look down, listen to the sound of my voice. From here, find a little lift of your lowest belly. Okay, lengthen your tailbone to your heels. Let out an exhale. You're going to keep your hands and your head connected. And as you inhale, I want you to lift your elbows, your arms, and your head off of the mat. But my head is still on my hands, like they're glued together. And lower down, exhale. We'll do that several times. Inhale, You guys, we're working the muscles on the back of our body that have been overly stretched all day. Lift. Exhale, lower. Let's do 3 more. Inhale, lift. Try to lift the elbows up to the height of the head. Exhale, lower. Keep the neck long. Try not to crunch into the neck. Inhale. Exhale. How's that belly doing? Is it still lifting? Just a little is fine. 1 more. Inhale, stay. Pause, you guys. You're going to open your hands out wide. And then almost like you're doing a lat pull at the gym, you're going to pull your elbows alongside your hips. Good. And then reach them forward. Pull them down. Again, working the muscles backside of the body. We'll do this 2 more times. Just pulling down, lifting up. 1 more time. Listen up from here. Reach the arms all the way back behind you. Some of you will have the flexibility to interlace fingers and reach the knuckles back. If not, just reach the palms back. Good. We'll take 1 more deep breath in. Lift the toes and the legs off the mat. Get longer. I know, you guys, it's a lot. Last breath. And then exhale, lower. Just lower 1 ear or the other to the mat and rest. Let your belly spill. And then from here, we'll come into child's pose. So my hands go right underneath my shoulders. Use a little bit of arm strength to press back. Open your knees really wide. And then bring the big toes together to belly spill right in between your thighs and let your head rest. So the part of your head that's resting is what we call your third eye. It's the space right in between your eyebrows. And what you can do is massage that space. Let your head rock from side to side, massaging your eyebrows. And let's take 1 more cycle of breath here. So deep breath in. Open the mouth. Long exhale out. And then slowly make it up. And we'll meet in a seat, and I want you to grab that strap. Okay, so grab the strap. And you guys, if you want, we'll be seated. So if you have got that cushion, I'm gonna just sit on my cushion now. Okay, because we'll stay seated actually for the rest of our practice. So you'll come to the seat, and then what we're gonna do is work this upper body, work the arms. So you're gonna place your strap over your right shoulder, okay? Good. And then from here, I didn't say this, but make sure that your hips are slightly higher than your knees. You want a feeling of the energy moving downwards. I'm crossing my shins. You could also stack your heels. Any of you who have Padmasana in your practice, you could also do that. Okay, so from here, right arm is gonna go up to the sky, lift it up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my tricep and I'm gonna spin the tricep towards my face. Right, so it's external rotation in this arm. And then I'll bend my elbow, pat myself on the back. I'm doing self-care, yay me. And then move the hand up to the elbow. And I just want you to work that arm bone back a little more, as far as it'll go. Yeah, and make sure, you guys, it's always at your safest, greatest effort. You're never pushing past any boundaries, especially not right now. It's the end of the day. Be easy, okay? Keep that tricep spinning in, but also pressing back. And then grab the top end of your strap. Now, left arm goes out to the side, thumb points down, and you're gonna place the hand behind your back and grab the other end of the strap. And perhaps walk your hands close together. Some of you won't even need the strap. You could actually interlace your fingers and grip one hand to the other. But otherwise, you're just pulling that strap apart. My right elbow is moving upwards, and my left elbow and shoulder blade are moving downwards. Good, and then recommit to spinning that tricep back in towards the side of your face. And make sure nothing funky is going on with your head. Okay, so sometimes the head likes to cock one way or the other, or the chin is tucking. Remember that feeling of freedom we had in the neck when we first started class on our backs, and you had all that space behind the curve of your neck. See if you could create that here. And then just keep pulling the strap apart. See if you can walk the hands a little closer together on the strap. We've got 3 more breaths. And for these next 3 breaths, you guys, keep your hands on the strap, but I want you to soften your front ribs downward.
Okay, so a lot of times when we open up the arms, the ribs open, the heart opens, the belly's spilling out. So could you find some containment at your core, but still finding shoulder opening? One more deep breath in and a long breath out. And then release. And we'll move the strap to the other side. Same thing. Now it'll be your left arm, it goes up, grab the tricep, spin the tricep to your face. The palm will flip backwards. Bend that elbow, pat yourself on the back once again. You're amazing. And then move the arm up to the elbow. And the elbow is gonna move back, yeah, as far as it'll go for you. You guys, I'm pretty flexible in this position, so if this isn't the way you look, then no worries. Okay, and then from here, you wanna keep that arm close to the face, and the right arm will go out to the side, thumb down, reach around. Hand behind your back, grab the opposite end of the strap or interlace fingers, and then your left elbow moves upward as your right elbow and shoulder blade move downward. And just feel the stretch. Some of you might feel it in this tricep space here, especially if that's tight on you. But make sure the elbow isn't going wayward. Yeah, keep it in close and pull. And then find that position for your head and your neck so it's not cocked strangely. And then on your next exhale, could you let your front ribs soften and pull your navel gently back to your spine? But keep moving this left elbow backwards. 2 more breaths. 1 more deep breath in. And exhale, release. Good. And then just give the shoulders a couple of rolls. You can even let the head and the neck go from side to side. Good. And now we'll take one of my favorites, which is shoulder flossing, okay? So this is one that I like to do really every day to keep the health of my shoulder girdle, the blood flowing, and keep the range of motion at a decent range, okay? So what you'll do is you'll take your strap and you're gonna take your hands really wide on the strap. Okay, so we'll start wide and we'll go narrow. So my hands, my wrist are wider than my armpits. And then from here, just pull that strap apart and you'll feel your pecs light up. That's a good thing, so feel that. And then keep pulling the strap apart as you reach the arm overhead. It's wide. Take an inhale. Lift your shoulders up to your ears, and on the exhale, you're gonna go up and over. And then let the strap drop down towards the floor, but keep your hands on the strap. Good, we'll do that the opposite way. So reach the arms back, pull the strap apart. Now you'll feel the muscles on your back body light up. Inhale, reach the arms and the strap up and over. Good. So you guys, what I want you to try to avoid is this, one and then the other, or is this bending the elbows to get over. You want to try to keep the arms as straight as they can be. Okay, so we'll do it several more times. Reach the arms out, try to come up on an inhale. Exhale takes you up and over. And then reach the strap back, inhale. Exhale takes you up and over. If that was too easy, walk your hands a little closer. But again, no bent elbows when you do this. Inhale, lift. Exhale. Oh, maybe I brought the strap a little too close together. Again, inhale, reach it back. And exhale, take it forward. We'll do 2 more at your own pace. Inhale, lift up. Exhale. You guys, again, check in with that head and neck. Is it jutting forward, right? Can you keep the back of your neck long as you do it? And this will be our last round. Front ribs soft, navel to your spine. Last one. And release. Good. And then just check in. You can put the strap off to the side. We don't need it anymore. Just check in. And you should just feel a little bit more movement there in the chest. Good. So from here, very gentle, we're going to start to slow things down. I want you to drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And you'll feel a really nice stretch going all down these muscles here. You can reach your right arm out to the side, spread your fingers wide, and just stretch and reach. You guys, I've got a lot of neck tension on this side, so it's actually hard for me to bend this way. We'll take 1 more deep breath in, and really imagine that you had a lung here on this side. Breathe into that side of your neck. Good. let's place the hand to the bottom of the face and manually bring the head back on top. Release both hands to your lap, and we'll do that same thing to the other side. So you're gonna drop your right ear to the right shoulder. Oh, I can't even. I've got actually something going on with my neck, which is why I chose to do this tech neck class, more because I needed it. So I hope some of you are in the same boat. Reach the left arm out to the side, spread your fingertips wide. I'm actually gonna support my head, just something to rest on, to bend over. And then reach the arm, and you'll feel a stretch through your scalenes, your sternocleidomastoid muscle, which is that big bundle of muscles there at your neck that can get really tight when we've been on our computers. One more breath. And then manually bring your head back to the center and release. And then we'll just take a little extension, chin up, and flexion, head down. Do that a few times, extension and flexion. One more extension and flexion, and then just some gentle circles as feels right for you. My circles are pretty sorry today, you guys. Don't look at me, but biggest circles that you can for you. Go in the other direction. One more. And then we'll come back to the midline. And then just feel your head stacked on your shoulders right over your hips. And maybe there's a little more space and a little more ease at sitting upright. We're gonna bring the hands together. Make some heat. Build us some heat for 5, for 4. Do it like you mean it for 3, 2, 1. Place the heels of your hands right into the seats of your eyes. Let your fingertips just rest on the top of your skull. Let your elbows hang heavy. And just feel the darkness fall over the eyes. Also, the gentle pressure of the heels of the hands at the eyes. That blue light that's been coming into our vision all day long. Allowing this space to be an antidote to that. Keep the eyes closed, but your palms will come down to your lap. Palms can face up or face down, your choice. And we'll just pause here for a brief meditation. Again, sitting up tall. Eyelids are soft. Check in with the face and the jaw. Let it be soft too. Notice your body sitting. Notice your body breathing. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin, the feel of your clothes against your skin, the feel of your hair against your skull. Could you be present to all of the sensations, even the sounds in your own house, the smells in your room? Present to all of that, but not concerned with any of it, just kind of letting it pass. If you get wrapped up into thoughts, no worries. Your brain is doing what it's built to do, which is to think. And your job is just to gently press those thoughts to the background. And bring yourself back to the anchor of the breath. and deepen your next inhale. All the air out, exhale. Next inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Lift your heart, bow your head down to the heart, and just take a moment honoring yourself for making this time and honoring your body for whatever it was able to do. The light within me honors the light within each of you at home. Two thumbs rise to the third eye. Om Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Thank you to each of you, and thank you to Purple for being our gracious hosts. I'll see you guys next time. Sleep well.